Yo, what is up, guys? What's up, Lush? Hello. Konnichiwa. What's up, Lamaye? Hey, Wing Chun, how's it going? What's up, Casey? I'm glad you could join. Hey, Rude Noise. Hello to you. Have you ever watched this? There's a new thing that they do these days. I was watching a show, and it was pretty good. Okay, it started out pretty well. But the narrator was describing every little thing that was happening. It was like this is a shot of a mountain, and we're moving towards a part of the mountain, and we're looking into the cave, and it's describing everything. I was like, I was like, man, this show is pretty brave for doing something so different and artsy, you know? It's describing every little action. Never seen that before. And then I realized I had that wasn't the show. I had audio captions on. Okay, I didn't know that this was a thing. It's for blind people. So if you turn on like audio captions, it describes everything that's happening in this scene. I didn't know I had that on. I didn't know that was a feature on Netflix. I was like, this is a pretty weird thing that they're doing. Okay. I can get behind it, but no. Yeah. I just turned it off and they didn't do that anymore. What's up, Malik? Oh, you didn't say konnichiwa. You said konbanwa. What's up, Rude Noise? How's it going? The narrator was me. It was just me narrating in my head. Okay. All right. What's up, Nikki? How's it going? Let's do some Wordle. I'm doing well too. Arigato very much. Okay. All right. How long is it going to take today, guys? What do you think? Can we do it within 2 minutes? Oh, I guess we can. Is it spate? Spate. Yeah. That was like 20 seconds. What does spate mean? I know it's a word. I know what a spat is. What is a spate? A spat is like you had a fight with someone. A spate is a large, a number of things. A large number of similar things. A spate of attacks. Got it. The past tense of spit. I like that. She insulted me and I spate at her. And it felt good. What's up, Psyduck? I owe you a song? Hey, that's not part of the deal. Old English for spit in past tense. Is that real or you just make that up? Sugoi. All right. Connections. Oh, Nikki, you had the caption audio captions on too once. It was so surreal. I was like, what an artsy direction they're taking this story in. All right. Dark mode. Okay, now it's dark mode. Dark mode screwed up there a little bit. All right, now looking at chat. Cell iron twist sheet, spring wrench, proteins, corkscrew, DNA curveball column, sodium, bombshell, row, fat. Fusilli? That sounds familiar. What is that? Sounds Italian. Is it a pasta? I'm going to say it's a pasta. Or an artist. Cell iron, cell DNA, protein, fat. Hold on. Protein, sodium, fat, and iron. Iron. Yes. Info on a nutrition label. All right. Spring, column, twist, row. Well, row, sheet, like a Google Sheets, column, and a cell. Yeah, I've dealt with enough Google Sheets and Excel spreadsheets. Yes. DNA, curveball. Actually, Excel or Google Sheets, very, very useful. DNA, curveball, spring, twist, wrench, corkscrew, twist, DNA, things that have a curve thing, kind of. Fuck! I bet it's fusilli. I bet it's a pasta that is twisted. A spring is not that twisted, is it? Is that... Oh, fuck. A twist. A twist is not a thing. Fusilli. Helical things. Is it a pasta? Bombshell, wrench, curveball, twist. Metaphor for something unexpected. Oh, a bombshell, a curveball, a twist, a wrench, like throwing a wrench. Okay. It is a pasta. Let's see. Fusilli. Oh, I know this. I just didn't know what it was called. Wait, do I know this? Oh, yeah. Wait, this is different. This is not it, right? This is like this is like a spring. Fusilli Bucati Corti. Oh. This is the fusilli that I know. Okay. Cool. I just had a blood test. I hadn't gone to the doctors in like, I don't know, like 7 years or something. I finally went to a doctor. The doctor was like, oh, so when was the last time you went to a doctor's office? I was like, about 7 years, I think. He's like, huh? Okay. And he gave me a blood test. It's pretty comprehensive. He's probably like, oh, this guy hasn't been to a doctor in a while. I give him the entire spectrum of tests. It was a big old blood test. They took like no, they only took three what do you call those? 3 vials of blood. Yeah. And I was kind of worried. I was like, oh shit. What if there's something? Like there's issues I've been having for 7 years. But you know what? It came back. All normal. All normal, pretty much. I'm healthy, baby. I don't feel healthy, but my blood is healthy, I guess. Which is something. I'm living your nightmare? Why? Did I come back positive for blood? I tested positive for blood. I do have blood. Did the test show excessive amounts of boba tea? It did not, thank God. I was kind of worried. I was like, okay, do I have high blood sugar? Do I have a lot of cholesterol? What does it give you cholesterol? No, right? Just carbs. But no, my sugar level is fine. I mean, it could be lower, so maybe I should strive to have it lower. But it was all normal, which is good. It's been 5 years for you, rude noise. Just go, just go. There's no reason not to go. And then you'll feel better once you get a nice blood test, everything within normal range. And if you don't, hey, the doctor is going to take care of it, okay? No boba blockages, thank God. Same pre-pandemic. Break the mold and strive to have it higher. Yeah, are you going to do that? I want to lower my resting heart rate, though. It was like 102 beats per minute. But they didn't say anything about it, though. I'm right, you just have a strong aversion to bad news at this point. The longer you wait, the stronger the aversion gets, rude noise. Until it becomes... Until you get to a point where you just can't even go to the doctor. You're like... It's just too much. The bar is too high. That's a bit high. Calm down. Did they test my thyroid? No, I don't think so. It is fast. I think it was just nervousness. Because the next night, my brother has a Fitbit, so I use his to measure my resting heart rate, and yeah, and it was like 92, 93, which is still high, but you know, it didn't break 100 yet. But I want to run some more to lower the heart rate. My brother's is like 80. I'm a possum. Because smaller animals have a faster heart rate. I am a smaller person. What do you think about that? I'm a smaller person. Maybe that's a normal heart rate for a smaller person. Huh? What do you think about that? Was the doctor hot? Well, I didn't see my doctor when they were measuring my heart rate. My heart rate was measured by the nurse or whatever, and she wasn't hot, so. 110 is the upper limit of normal? That can't be. There are people with 110 beats per minute resting. What's my brother's secret? Well, he works out. Is 80 is not that low, right? 80 is pretty normal. I think lower would be like 70s, 60s. Do you consume a lot of caffeine? I get boba tea once a week. That has caffeine a little bit. But sometimes I drink like lemonade instead of tea. So I don't think I get a lot of caffeine. I think I just need to work out because I'm lazy as fuck. Maybe my internal energy is being disrupted. Oh, maybe you're right. I should train some more. You know? I think I said my platelet was a little bit high. It was like a little bit over the normal. I think the normal range, that for platelets, it was like 400. I don't know what the unit is. Okay, it was like 400 is the upper limit of the normal range, and I was like 420. And I was like, oh, well, the doctor said that was okay. It was fine. But I was like, well, what does that mean? Before I went to the doctor, I looked it up, and they're like, oh, people with high platelet count it may be sign of cancer. I was like, oh shit, do I have cancer? I was like, oh fuck. This is why you should never look things up. WebMD is a terrible, terrible place. But I asked the doctor, and he was like, yeah, that's fine. Some people just have high platelets. People have like, yeah, and he's like 420 is not that high. He's like, people have been having 600, 800, 1,000. Chasing possums is good exercise. Gotcha. What's up, Kaibyo Hime? Casey, your heart rate is 60 to 65. How active are you? You're a small person? How much exercise do you get? Jeez, that's pretty good. I want mine to be at 60, 65. Wait, 420 isn't high? But it's on the high range. It was higher than the upper limit. Platelet. We're talking about platelets, right? What's up, AJ Shiro? How's it going? You exercise maybe once every 2 weeks. What do you do when you exercise? And how long of a session? I just try to run a little bit every day. Okay. I'm glad I got that into my routine. Kinda, a little bit. Sometimes, like, I want to get running as fast as possible. So like I just fucking when I run, I just fucking sprint for like 2 minutes. Or I try. Sometimes I don't make it. But I'll sprint for like 2 minutes and then I'm like, I'm done. I'm fucking done. But the other day I was like, okay, maybe I should take it slow and like run run more but slower. So I ran for like 10 minutes. But in easy jog. And that was okay. I run from fans every day. You do fencing? Oh, okay. I used to do like salsa dancing. That was like once a week. I guess that's exercise, right? You throw women around around the room, maybe trip them sometimes. That's good exercise, right? I figure the more I run, the lower that heart rate is gonna get. All right, let's go. Samantha, let's do it. Run, high, jump, fish, dance, piss. Salsa is awesome exercise unless it's the food. What if you sign up for salsa class and it's just how to make salsa? Blood, salsa, mineral, chips. Oh, mineral, rock. How about vitamin, plate? Food, cook, dirt, mountain. AJ, you practice taekwondo? Hell yeah! That's what I did. I was an instructor, baby. Loved it. Forgot everything though. Dirt. Construction. Oh, mine. How about tree, grime, tool, building, construction, dwarf, soil, foreman. Oh, how about a factory, work, union, safety, construction. How about blueprint, hardware, architect, strike, construction, site. No, what? Stop. That was an ad. I hate that is the worst ad. I'm okay with these on the side and on the bottom and everything, but like an ad that takes you to another site, not cool. Engineer, scaffolding. I like that. Scaffold. Fake. Blueprint, we tried. Earthquake. Beam, I like that. How about metal? Metal. Rebar. Oh, how about concrete? Floor plan. Kaibio, you're not suggesting anything because you're always wrong? No, keep suggesting. I'm always wrong. You know what? Just keep at it. Foundation. Most of the guesses are wrong, you know? Warehouse, paint. Tower. Vietnamese man, Korean martial arts, Japanese history, Chinese fantasy. Yeah. Trying to hit all the Asian countries. Wall. Installation. Construction, light. Dig. Stop! Why does it do that? Basement. Helmet. Construction. Construct. How about design? Room. Asiatic. Asia. Foundation. I like that. Inspection. Site. We tried that. Finish. Construction. Build. He's in construction work. One of those vehicles. Design. We tried. Make. Maker. Builder. Designer. Excavation. An excavator. Backhoe. Wait, what? Hoe. A hammer? Oh. Shovel? No. Crane. Contractor. Farmer. Ox. Well, foreman is high, so it should be like a construction site or something. Not a farming thing. 2x4. Is that a word? Wood. Plank. Helmet. Blueprint. We tried. Land. Crop. Crops. No. Something construction. Electricity. Nope. Plumbing. Construction. A. Pipes. Pipe. We had concrete. What else is there? Window. Soundproof. Wall. Floor. Ceiling. What? The lobby. Construction site. Land. Block. Window pane. Wait. Window pane. Insulate. Bob. Dam. Open. Close. Exit. Entrance. City. Oh. Country. Street. Block. Let me try that. Road. Intersection. Zone. Ordinance. Sewer. Oh god. Oh, sewer. Sewer. Pipes. Railroad. Whoa! Good job, Losh. Okay, stop. What is it? What is it doing? Good job! Sewers to railroad. Well, sometimes the random guesses are the ones that count. It's the random guesses we make on the way. Alright, shall we learn some hiragana? I think it's tofu? Hiragana. Alright. I've been cheating. I've been doing a little bit of studying on the side, okay? So, let's see. We were here before. We're now at the T's. The T's. Ta, chi, tsu, te, to. To. You know, the game is pretty cool because it gets you to think outside of your own perspective. Yeah, you gotta learn, like, am I going down the wrong path? Maybe I'll try a different path. All right, so ta is ta, like in taco. Okay, because there's a fork here. Why does a T here? Taco. Okay, ta. Chi is like cheese. Making a smiley face. Okay. Tsu is like a tsunami. Ooh. That's a good visual. Tsunami. Tsunami. Te. Like a telescope. Te. It's also a T. Te. Telescope. And then what is this? To is like to in toe. Okay, so I was like, oh, it's a toe with a splinter. Toe. Gotcha. All right, easy. I think I got this. All right, what do you think? Boop, 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 boop. Let's do it. This is toe. Chi, ku, se, ki, tsu, e, ke. This is a, so, u, I, ka, su, ta, sa, shi. This is ko, o, and te. All right, they want us to do this 5 times. 5 times. Do it again. Ku, to. The toe, it really works. I really see the toe. Ta, se, ka, ko, o, ki, shi, chi, ke, sa, e, a, tsu, su, te, u, so, I. Okay. That's 2. We got this. Ka, a, ko, shi, chi. Fuck! Wait. Mistype. Typo. To, te. I got that right. I claim it. Ke, e, tsu, se, su, ta, sa, ku, u, o, ki, I. How do you remember su? Su, which one? This one? It's like it's a swing, and the guy is falling off the swing because it's twisted. The guy falls off, and so he sues the playground owner or whatever. That's su. It's ironic that the remembering is essentially pictograph. Yeah. Well, I see the pictures, but I hope the hope is that eventually I'll just recognize the characters instead of having to think about the visuals. Yeah. But right now I have to rely on the visuals. Su is like a fusilli. Fusilli. There's no su in fusilli. Fusuli. All right. Ko, e, ki, te, su, ku, o, to, shi, so, tsu, ke, se, chi, ka, ta, a, sa, I, u. All right. Is this number 4? Number 4? Su, ko. Oh no. Tsu, u, te, ki, e, shi, sa, ta, I, a, ke, o, se, to, ka, so, chi, ku. All right. Last one. Sa, I, tsu, shi, to, u, ko, ku, su, ka, o, te, so, ke, se, a, e, chi, ta, ki. Damn. All right. What's next? We're pounding this down. Okay. The ends. Nani nu ne no. Nani nu ne no. Na. Na. It's pronounced na, like nachos. The nun is praying in front of the cross, asking for nachos. Okay, Tofugu. You're it's kind of a stretch. You're stretching there. You're like a rubber band right now. Na. You know, I just remember this. This is na. It's like a weird cross thing. Na. Ni. Ni. Needle pulling a thread. Like a needle. Oh, I don't like that. You know what I like? This looks like a knee. So this is a leg. or a foot. This is a foot. See? Leg, foot, and it's pointing to the knee. This is how I remember it. So leg, foot, and pointing to the knee. Knee. Somebody proposing getting slapped would be better. Slapped. Nah. What is this? New. Pronounced new like in noodles. Looks like a noodle. I guess. Yeah, noodles. New. Noodles. Noodles. I think there are some similar ones than Okay, that also look like noodles. You know what? I'll go with it. Noodles. This is ne. Nelly the cat. There's a loop at the end. Neko. Oh, it's a neko. Neko. Neko, cat. Okay, you know how I remember this? This is an N, and then there's a backwards upside down E. Ne. Stop, sunny side. And then this is no, which is pretty easy because I already know this before. Okay. All right. Let's do it. Neko. Neko. All right. This is going to be a little harder. I'm going to be a little slower here. We got a, chi, sa, u, ta, so, ki, e, I. What is it? Neko. Piss off. All right. This is noodles. Nu. Tsu, ne, tsu, to, te, o, se, na, ke, ko, ka, ku, no, ni, and shi. A neko just scared me. Oh no. All right. Let's do it. Ni, to, chi, ta, so, ki, ke, o, no, ne, tsu, te, shi, ko, se, su, u, I, e, sa, ka, na. Noodles. Nu, ku, and a. Wait till I get to ya, you, and yo. Oh no. Okay. A, shi, ku, te, ki, e, sa, u, su, ne, ta, o, to, na, no, chi, ke, nu, tsu, se, so, ko, ka, ni, and I. All right. Ke, to, e, chi, I, no, te, ne, ka, o, shi, sa, so, na, nu, su, ni, ku, se, tsu, ko, u, a, ta, and ki. Okay. Nu, u, chi, to, ki, shi, tsu, ke, so, o, te, ni, ku, ta, ne, ka, I, na, a, sa, se, ko, no, su, e. After I learned Japanese, I can start a YouTube channel about Japanese history. I can't wait. If only learning Japanese can go faster. I want to start this channel. So excited. Wait, I can't type. Se, ko, ki, ke. Oh no! Wait, no, typo. I got that. Nu, tsu, sa, u, ku, na, e, no, ni, o, I, shi, so, ne, ta, chi, te, ka, to, a. All right. Did we get it? Was that 4? I forgot. Let's do it again. No, tsu, to. What is new? U, chi, shi, ko, ni, su, na, ku, ka, a, ne, o, ke, I, e, te, se, so, sa, ki, ta. Katakana took you weeks to memorize? Oh no. All right. Breezing through this. Ha, hi, hu, or fu, he, ho. All right. Ha. That's pretty easy to recognize. I see it. Look. It's ha. A little bit. Oh, okay. Ha. The hell is this? He. He has a big nose. He has a big nose. I don't know about that. I just remember this is he in hiragana. So that's how I'll remember it. I don't think the big nose helps that much. He, as in hiragana. Fu. Someone over there dancing like a fool. Oh, I guess. I kind of see it. You know how I think about it? Fu. It's like you blow. Fu. And then it's just all... It's all blown. It's like the wind. It's the chaotic wind. I don't know. It's wind blowing. Okay. Fu. Some of these seem very unhelpful. I know. How is this? He has a big nose? Come on. I could think of something better than that. Heh. Oh, Mount St. Helens. It's a mountain. Heh. Heh. You know what I think about? I think this looks like a frown. Heh. 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 I need to not think of it as a hat. I keep thinking of this as a hat. So, heh. Heh. Or how about hell no? He's like, hell no. Okay, I think that helps. This is ho. Ho, ho, ho. Santa Claus. Yes. Wait. The line on the left is a chimney. Okay, I got that. The right side is a mutated Santa Claus. He has 4 arms, a snake tail, and no head. Out of his neck, he's uttering ho, ho, ho. Hopefully, he does not come down your chimney. Oh, this is the scariest Santa Claus in the world. I don't know about this. Kind of see it. It's like a snake Santa Claus. Going ho, ho, ho. Snake Claus. Orochi Santa. Orochi Santa. Well, it does give you the visual in your head. Orochi Santa. Orochi Santa. Ho, ho, ho. All right. Oh, now they want me to practice. Oh, shit. Shouldn't have practiced before. You know how I remember it? So let's see. Why are the words so small? You know how I remember it? So this, okay. Because there's another, where is it? There's another character, Ma, that has this, that looks like this. Doesn't this look like it's a mall. It's a multi-storied mall. And there's a pool underneath. It's a mall. And then This is the path of a guy jumping from the roof down. Okay. And he's going, he's falling. He's falling from the roof down and he's going, holy shit. So, ho. And then here, this also kind of looks like a mall. Okay. It's the same thing. It just has one line instead of two. And this is another guy falling down. And then his enemy is watching this scene and he's going, ha ha ha, laughing at it. So that's how I remember those two. Ho and ha. All right, let's do it. Two. Oh, can I do it? Oh shit. Kind of nervous. All right, hold on. Got. Hold on. Ugh. Oh, eat. Ha. Piss off. Hell. Santa Claus. Ho ho. Oh no. I messed up. Huh. Se ne ku ki ta tsu ko su te ka a shi he fu hi no u sa to. This is ha. Ni so na ke e chi and noodles. Okay. All right, I messed up that one time. Okay, I'm not gonna mess up again. Tsu shi ki no so ku I se a chi. This is ho ka sa e fu hi o ke ta ko u he ha su na ni te to ne and nu. Oh, nu always gets me. Noodles. All right. Ko shi chi ku a na. Fuck, guys. Na ki he u ka su sa fu I tsu. This is ho o ne te nu ta to ke no e so ni. All right, ho and ha. O I ka na te u chi tsu ne sa ku ko ni su ta nu so to ke ha a ho no hi e chi shi ki he se fu. Okay. Can I get 100? Come on. So ki ko na he shi chi tsu ka ni ho a to ta se ku no u fu su e ne nu o hi te I ha ke. Whew. All right, one more. All right, let's do this. Ni so ku chi shi to a ne he no ke ka fu ki ko ho e ta sa o ha te nu hi su u tsu I na se. All right, we got this. All right. That's good, right? It's good enough for today. We still have a bunch to go. We got the ma, mume, the mu, the yas, you, yes, and the da, ri, ru, de, ro, and the w's. Okay. I think. All right. Next week we'll finish it. Okay. So this week I think we got it. Not bad. Not bad. I have trouble with these. Oh God. All right. Maybe Santa Claus. Snake Santa Claus. Eh? Snake Santa says ho ho ho. All right, gang. Oh God. Taking so long. All right. I have some food. Alike this. All right, what does this say? What the fuck does this say? What is this? Is it se? I don't know what this is. We haven't gotten to kanji yet. Se. Is this hair? What is the hair with the double thing? And then this is E. Senbei. 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 Oh. What kind of senbei? What's up, Christina? Oh, this is Sakura? Gotcha. Oh. Check it out. A little black stuff. Sakura senbei. It does have that sakura flavor, aroma. But it's also salty. It's pretty good, actually. That's the chips. 9-10 crunch. Hell yeah. It's not bad. Yeah, it's a little savory. Has a little floury taste. It's gonna have to be a. It's a 7.9, baby. Not bad. All right, how about this? The ha has no words on it. It looks pretty cute. Oh, yeah, typical Japanese snack. Look, there's a wrapper. There's a packaging, right? And inside it, these are also packaged. Why? How do I open this? Why? Oh my God. It's unopenable. Okay. I need to pull out the big guns, guys. What now, bitch? Okay. Also packaged. Don't know why. Oh no, is this openable? I think so. Should be. Is this the puzzle? I just want to eat? Oh. Alright, I got it. It seems very sugary, okay? Quite a bit. Oh, I can't pick it up. I can show you. I can't. I'm not gonna pull it out because it's gonna cause a mess. Oh, quite sugary. Oh, there you go. Oh, 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 oh. Very soft. But it tastes just like sugar. No. Okay. Whatever. It's a sugar thing. 6.5 out of 10. Nothing special. Alright. Not even crunchy. What is this? Looks like 3 little pieces of poop. There's some kanji on it. Thank God. I can't read. Magic beans. Ooh, really? It looks good. It's coated in like, I don't know, some kind of chocolate powder. Mmm. It's like coffee. Coffee peanuts. No, it's not coffee. It's brown sugar. And coffee. Brown sugar, coffee, peanuts. So good. Peanut? Wait, not peanuts. Not peanuts. Cashews. Mmm. Not bad. Actually, pretty good. I'm gonna finish it. It has a crunchy exterior. Yeah, the outer covering is crunchy. And then you get to the cashew inside. So I just had it's like I'm in a coffee place. Just had a coffee in bean form. It'd be weird if I didn't finish 3 beans. You love how kanji has a bunch of ways it can be read. You love that? I hate that. How am I supposed to learn it, huh? It's ridiculous. That's pretty good. I'm gonna give that a 8.3, I think. It's not bad, actually. That was pretty good. I think if it were peanuts, it would be better. But cashews is good too. Yum. All right. All right, gang. Are you ready? Why didn't you throw them out the window so you could climb the beanstalk tomorrow? Well, I ate it, so I figure it's gonna come out my ass. And yeah, I'll just climb that tomorrow. All right. Coffee in bean form. You know what I mean. A coffee drink in bean form. All right. What happened last week? So last week, our heroes Guojing and Huangrong, they escape from the Iron Palm sect. Remember, they were flying on their eagles. So they escape, but then Huangrong is still critically injured. Okay, and then they get lost in this mysterious forest maze. But only, luckily, Huangrong knows what's going on, and she, with her instruction, Guojing could carry her through the maze, and they arrive at this old woman's place. All right, her name is Yinggu, and she's doing some like complex math with tools and stuff to solve her math. But then Huangrong comes in, and she just solves the math problems super easily. And the woman's like, "What?" Apparently, she's been staying there for 10 years in isolation, doing training her math. Okay. And all this time, she can't even beat a girl after all this time. So she also sees Guo Jing's devotion to Huangrong, and she's kind of touched. So she says that only one person in the world can save her. Okay. And then she gives them 3 cloth pouches to be opened at specific points along the trip to this person who's going to save her. Then she finds out that Huangrong is Huang Yaoxi's daughter, and she gets all mad. All right, and she also wishes that her own guy, whoever this guy is, would love her as much as Guo Jing loves Huangrong. Okay, so yeah, my theory is that she is the I don't know, girlfriend or love interest or whatever of Zhou Botong back in the day. Yeah, because like she's been there for 10 years, okay, and Zhou Botong was on the island, the Peach Blossom Island, for 10 years. Okay, so I figure she is trying to go and save him, and then she needs to do all this math and stuff like that to learn how to navigate the maze that is Peach Blossom Island. Okay, that is the theory right now. I think it's a pretty strong theory. Anyways. Yeah. So she's that's why she also hates Huang Yaoxi. So she gets mad, but then she tells him to go. And if Huangrong gets cured, then she has to return and then stay with her for a year. All right, so they go on the trip. When they open one of the pouches, it says that the Southern Emperor is the person they're supposed to see. Okay, Emperor Duan is the only one who can save her. But he's in seclusion, and to get to him, you have to go past. They say you have to go past fishermen, woodcutters, farmers, and scholars. Yeah, whatever that means. Well, we'll see what that means. So, but they just happen to see a fisherman, and he's trying to fish some golden creatures. And then they decide to talk to him, I think. All right. That's it. How's that? She's not old. She just had white hair. Oh, okay. You forgot the last chapter was a math episode? Uh-huh. All right, Kaibio. Have a good night. She revealed that she was a nerd who maths hard. Yeah. She's the one who scarred Zhou Botong. Yeah, that's Zhou Botong is like women is just trouble. Women are just trouble. You gotta learn martial arts and ignore women. Forget about them. Yeah, she said there was a Duan emperor who could heal. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Boop, ba-doop. Kind of small, no? Boop. Okay, good enough. What if she liked the emperor or Hong Yaoshi? Yeah, what if? All right, so this fisherman guy is trying to catch two golden creatures who he does not catch. All right, chapter 29, part 2. The fisherman turned, eyes wide with fury. You little punk! I waited all day and you had to show up and scare them off! Okay. Whoops. He stepped forward, a massive palm raised, clearly ready to strike, but then stopped as if remembering something. He forced himself to hold back, cracking his knuckles loudly, his face still full of rage. Guo Jing, knowing he'd caused trouble by accident, didn't dare talk back. He bowed and said, Please don't be angry, uncle. It's my fault. But may I ask, what were those creatures? The fisherman cursed. Are you blind? Those aren't fish. That's a gold baby. What? Maybe she's another one of Duan Yu's secret sisters. You think so? Guo Jing didn't mind the insults and smiled. May I ask what a gold baby is? The fisherman roared. A gold baby is a gold baby. You little brat, quit asking nonsense. Is this fisherman a little touched in the head? Guo Jing dared not anger him further. He needed directions to see Imperial Lord Duan. He kept bowing and apologizing. Hong Rong, however, couldn't hold back. A gold baby is just a golden baby salamander. I have several pairs at home. What's so rare about them? Oh. The fisherman was surprised. She knew the name and grumbled. Huh, boasting, huh? You've got several pairs? Then let me ask you, what are gold babies for? Hong Rong said, What use? I just thought they were pretty. They cry out, ya ya, like little children, so I raised them for fun. The fisherman, hearing her answer correctly, calmed down. Girl, if you really have some, you owe me a pair. Hong Rong said, Why would I compensate you? He pointed at Guo Jing. I had one on the line, but he shouted, and then a second one came up. They tugged together and broke my rod. Gold babies are very clever. Once they've had a scare, they'll never take the bait again. Who else should repay me? Oh, okay. He didn't say brat. What did he say? Hong Rong said with a smile, Even if you caught one, you'd only have a single one. If you catch one, the second one won't come up, will it? The fisherman scratched his head. Then one would be good enough, Hong Rong said. But if you separate a pair of gold babies, within 3 days, both the male and female will die. Oh no. The fisherman no longer had any doubts. Suddenly, he bowed 3 times in succession to Hong Rong and Guo Jing and pleaded, All right, it's my fault. Please, can you give me a pair of gold baby fish? Hong Rong smiled and said, You'll have to tell me first. What do you want the gold baby for? The fisherman hesitated for a moment and then said, All right, I'll tell you. My martial uncle is from India. He came a few days ago to visit my master. On the way, he caught a pair of gold baby fish and was extremely pleased. He said that in India there's a very deadly venomous insect that harms people and livestock, and there's no good way to eradicate it. But the gold baby fish is its natural enemy. He asked me to raise them for a few days, and after he finished speaking with my master and left the mountain, he'd take them back to India for breeding. Who knew? Hongrong finished for him. Who knew you got careless and let them escape into the waterfall? The fisherman was surprised. Huh? How did you know that? Hongrong curled her lips and said, That's not that hard to guess. Gold baby fish are difficult to keep. I used to have 5 pairs, and 2 of them escaped too. The fisherman's eyes lit up with joy. Good girl, then give me 1 pair. You still have 2 left. Otherwise, if my martial uncle gets angry, I can't bear the consequences. Hongrong laughed. Giving you a pair isn't a big deal, but why were you so fierce earlier? The fisherman laughed sheepishly and said anxiously, Yes, I've got a bad temper. I really need to change. Good girl, where's your home? I'll come with you to get them, all right? It's not far from here, right? Hongrong sighed slightly and said, It's not close, but not too far either. Maybe 3,000 or 4,000 li. No. The fisherman was shocked. His bristling beard seemed to stand on end. He shouted, Little girl, you're just fooling around with me. He raised his fist, the size of a rice bowl, ready to bring it down on Hongrong's head. But seeing how young and fragile she looked, he was afraid of killing her with 1 blow, so the fist hovered in the air, not striking. Guojing had already stepped up beside her. If the man had unleashed that punch, Guojing would have immediately grabbed his wrist. But Hongrong just smiled and said, What's the rush? I've already got an idea. Brother Jing, call for the white eagle. The eagle's gonna bring the salamanders over. Guojing didn't understand what she had in mind, but followed her instructions and whistled for the eagle. Hearing the clear, powerful whistle echoing through the valley, the fisherman was secretly alarmed. Good thing I didn't make a move earlier, otherwise I might have suffered at this kid's hands. Not long after, the twin eagles flew over in response. Hongrong peeled off a strip of tree bark and used a needle to prick a line of characters on the underside. Father, I need a pair of gold baby fish. Please send them back with the white eagle. Your daughter Rong respectfully requests. You just do it like that? Guojing was overjoyed. He tore off 2 strips of cloth from his shirt and tied the bark securely to the male eagle's leg. Hongrong said to the eagles, Go to Peach Blossom Island and return quickly. Guojing, afraid they wouldn't understand, pointed eastward and repeated, Peach Blossom Island 3 times. The eagles let out a long cry. Meow. What was the sound of the eagle again? Flapped their wings, circled once overhead, and then flew eastward, vanishing into the clouds. Wait, these aren't eagles, right? These are condors? Wait, what are they? What are they again? I forgot. They're not condors, right? I think that was a misnomer. Do the eagles understand both Chinese and Mongolian now? Yeah, you like my eagle cry? Yeah. The fisherman was dumbfounded, mouth agape, mumbling, Peach Blossom Island. Peach Blossom Island? That means Master Huang Yaoshi? Huang Rong replied proudly. He's my father. What of it? The fisherman let out an ah, but didn't say more. Huang Rong said, In a few days, my white eagle will bring the gold babies. That shouldn't be too late, right? The fisherman muttered, Let's hope so, and looked Guojing and Huang Rong up and down with suspicious eyes. Guojing bowed and said, May I ask your esteemed name, uncle? The fisherman didn't answer that. Instead, he said, Why are you here? Who told you to come? Guojing respectfully replied, We have an important matter and wish to see Imperial Lord Duan. He had originally meant to follow Yinggu's written instructions and claimed they had come under the orders of Master Hong Qigong, but in the end he couldn't bring himself to lie outright. Oh no. The fisherman barked, My master doesn't see outsiders. What business do you have with him? Guojing's honest nature made him want to tell the truth, but he feared that doing so would ruin their only chance to save Huang Rong. So, reluctantly, he prepared to lie. But before he could speak, the fisherman noticed his hesitation, saw Huang Rong's pale face, and already guessed most of it. He shouted, You want my master to treat an illness, don't you? Guojing, exposed, couldn't deny it any longer, and nodded. His heart was filled with anxiety and regret. If only he'd lied from the start. The fisherman roared, You'll never see my master. I'd rather be scolded by my master and martial uncle than let you meet him. I don't want your gold babies or anything else. Leave this mountain at once. His words were final, leaving no room for negotiation. Guojing stood stunned, taking a deep breath. After a moment, he stepped forward and bowed deeply. This injured girl is the beloved daughter of Master Huang of Peach Blossom Island, and is now also the chief of the beggars sect. Please, uncle, for the sake of both Master Huang and Master Hong, guide us to meet Imperial Lord Duan. When the fisherman heard Master Hong, his expression softened slightly, though he still shook his head. This little girl is the leader of the beggars sect. I like beggar clan better. I don't believe it. What's so bad about asking for healing? Probably has some history. Guojing pointed to the bamboo staff in Huang Rong's hand. This is the dog-beating staff of the beggars clan. Surely you recognize it, uncle. The fisherman nodded and asked, Then the nine-fingered divine beggar is your what? Guojing said, He is our teacher. The fisherman grunted, so that's it. You're here to see my master under the nine-fingered divine beggar's orders? Guojing hesitated, but Hong Rong quickly answered, Exactly. The fisherman lowered his head in thought and murmured to himself, The nine-fingered divine beggar and my master have an extraordinary friendship. What should I do? Seeing his indecision, Huang Rong seized the moment and added, Our master sent us to see Imperial Lord Duan, not only for medical help, but also to deliver an important message. The fisherman suddenly looked up, his eyes flashing as he stared at Huang Rong and barked, The nine-fingered divine beggar sent you to see Imperial Lord Duan? Huang Rong said, That's right. He pressed again. Are you sure it's Imperial Lord Duan, not someone else? Hong Rong realized something was off, but couldn't change her story. She nodded. The fisherman stepped forward and shouted, Imperial Lord Duan has long since left this world. Guojing and Hong Rong were stunned. He's dead? The fisherman said, When Imperial Lord Duan left this world, the nine-fingered divine beggar was at his side. How could he send you to see him? Who really sent you? What is your plot? Speak now. Okay, I don't think he's dead. He just goes by a different name. Maybe he's like a monk now. He's renounced the world, so he doesn't go by Imperial Lord Duan. So, in this sense, Imperial Lord Duan has died. He took another step forward, swept with his left hand, and reached with his right to grab Huang Rong's shoulder. But Guo Jing had been on guard. Just as the fisherman's hand got within a foot of Huang Rong, Guo Jing's left palm swept in a circular motion, and his right palm thrust straight forward, using the dragon appears in the fields move to block in front of her. This was a purely defensive move, forming a solid wall between Huang Rong and the fisherman. If the enemy attacked, it would block, but if not, it would dissolve harmlessly. The fisherman noticed that although Guo Jing had struck, his force was angled off to the side, not an attack aimed at him. This puzzled him slightly. His fingers continued forward another half foot, then suddenly struck Guo Jing's inner force, triggering pain in his arm and a slight heat in his chest. His hand rebounded, then grabbed instantly disrupted. The grab instantly disrupted. Afraid that Guo Jing might seize the opportunity to launch another move, the fisherman quickly leaped back and crossed his arms in front of his chest. He thought, I once heard Hong Qigong and my master discussing martial arts. This is exactly the descending dragon 18 palms technique of his. The descending dragons? Hey. These two youngsters really are his disciples. It wouldn't be wise to offend them. Seeing Guo Jing cupping his fists politely, with a modest and respectful expression, despite having gained the upper hand in the exchange, and showing not a trace of pride, the fisherman couldn't help feeling more favorably toward him. He said, You two may be the disciples of the nine-fingered divine beggar, but you didn't come here on his orders, did you? Guo Jing didn't know how he guessed, but since it had been said outright, he couldn't deny it. He could only nod. The fisherman's expression was no longer as fierce. He said, Even if the nine-fingered divine beggar were wounded like this, I still couldn't take him up the mountain to see my master. Please understand my position. I thought it was the 18 dragons subduing palms. Why is it now the descending dragon 18 palms? Huang Rong asked, Even my master wouldn't be allowed? The fisherman shook his head. No, not even if it kills me. Huang Rong thought to herself, He says his master is Imperial Lord Duan, but also says Duan is dead and that our master was there when he died. There's something strange about all this. She mused, His master must be on this mountain. Whether or not he's Duan, we must meet him. She looked up and saw the towering peak piercing the clouds, even taller than Iron Palm Sex's middle finger peak. That's a great name for a mountain. Where are you from? I'm from the middle finger peak. The what? The smooth rock face was devoid of grass. The great waterfall looked as if it poured down straight from the sky. Li Bai said the Yellow River's waters come from heaven. This waterfall truly looks like it's from the heavens. Probably a different palm technique. Oh, it's a very powerful technique. Following the flow of the waterfall with her eyes and calculating how they might climb the mountain, she suddenly saw flashes of golden light below the water. Something was moving beneath the surface. She walked slowly to the water's edge and peered closer. Sure enough, a pair of gold baby fish were hiding beneath the rocks, with their tails sticking out and twitching. She quickly waved Guojing over. Guojing let out an "ah" and said, "I'll go down and catch them." Hongrong said, "No good. The water's so fast. You wouldn't be able to keep your footing. Don't be reckless." It's a perfect home base for a clan of villains. Hell yeah. But Guojing thought, if I risk catching these strange fish and offer them to the fisherman, maybe he'll be moved and take us to his master. If not, are we supposed to just watch as Runger dies with no one to save her? Knowing Hongrong would try to stop him, he said nothing. Without removing any clothing, he plunged straight into the waterfall. Hongrong cried out, "Brother Jing!" She tried to stand up, but wobbled and nearly fell. The fisherman was startled as well. He helped her steady herself, then ran to the thatched hut, seemingly to fetch something to save Guo Jing. Hongrong sat back down on the rock and looked toward Guo Jing. She saw him standing firm beneath the waterfall, allowing the powerful water to crash over him without so much as swaying. He slowly bent down to grab the gold baby fish. I don't know if you guys ever stood beneath a relatively high waterfall before, but like, it's not easy. It hurts. The water is like pounding on you. With one hand on each tail, Guojing gently tried to pull them out, afraid of hurting them. But the fish were coated in slippery mucus and easily wriggled free. In a flash, they darted into the rocks and vanished without a trace. Hongrong gasped. Behind her, the fisherman shouted in alarm. She turned to see him standing there, a small black boat hoisted over his left shoulder, 2 iron oars in his right hand, ready to rescue Guojing. Guojing dug his feet into the riverbed, using his 1,000 jin drop technique to anchor himself like a stone pillar in mid-stream. Holding his breath, he reached under the rock where the fish had disappeared and pushed upward with great force. The boulder shifted slightly. He was thrilled and instantly switched to the flying dragon in the sky move from the 18 palms, thrusting both palms upward. With a roaring splash, the rock lifted. Then he followed up with Hidden Dragon inactive. Oh yeah? Shoving the rock sideways. With the combined power of water and palm force, the giant rock slid past him, rumbling down into the deep pool below, echoing through the canyon. Guojing raised both hands, 1 fish in each, and stepped out of the waterfall. He's so good. The constant flow of the waterfall had carved a 2 jang deep trench over the years. Seeing Guojing below, the fisherman knew he couldn't jump up from there. He lowered the iron oars to pull him up. But Guojing, feared dropping the slippery fish, so instead he gathered his chi at the bottom, pushed off with his right foot, shot up from the trench, then braced his left foot against the trench wall and vaulted himself to the bank. Now the translator is using chi instead of internal energy. Even though Hongrong had spent so much time with him, she hadn't expected his skills to have progressed so far. Seeing him lift rocks underwater and catch fish while standing firm under the waterfall, completely unaffected by its force, she was both amazed and delighted. The truth was, Guojing had risked his life for her. Once ashore, he looked back at the roaring waterfall and couldn't believe he had actually dared to leap in. The fisherman was even more astounded, realizing that without mastery of internal energy, agility, and raw strength, no one could have survived in that torrent, much less caught fish. The gold baby fish squirmed and wailed in his hands. Wailed? Sounding just like a baby's cry. Guojing laughed. No wonder they're called baby fish. They really do sound like crying children. He offered them to the fisherman. Overjoyed, the fisherman lowered his oars and reached out to take them. but suddenly hesitated, pulled back his hand, and said, "Throw them back in. I can't accept them." Guojing was surprised. "Why not?" The fisherman replied, "If I take them and still don't take you to my master, wouldn't that be repaying kindness with ingratitude? How could I face the world's heroes?" Guojing was taken aback. He replied solemnly, "Uncle, if you firmly refuse, you must have your reasons. How dare I force the matter? These fish are nothing. No need to speak of favors or repayment. Please, just take them." He placed the fish into the fisherman's hands. "Good job, Guojing." The fisherman accepted them, looking both grateful and ashamed. Guojing turned to Hongrong and said, "Runger, as the saying goes," oh, he also does this, "as the saying goes, life and death are fated. If your wound truly can't be healed, then I'll walk the road to the underworld with you. Let's go." I don't know if I've heard a more terrifying baby's cry. Yeah, that's what I do. Professional. Hearing the depth of his feelings, Hongrong's eyes welled with tears, but she already had another idea in mind. She turned to the fisherman and said, "Uncle, since you won't guide us, so be it. But I have one question. If the mountain face is as smooth as a mirror, with no path up, how would you take us up if you were willing?" The fisherman thought, "If I don't guide them, there's no way they'll get up the mountain. There's no harm in telling them this part." So he said, "It's hard and easy at the same time. Around the right side of the mountain, past the waterfall, there's a swift current. I sit in this iron boat and row against the current with these iron oars, one person at a time, 2 trips for 2 people." Hongrong said, "Ah, I see. Well, farewell then." She stood up, supported Guojing, and turned to leave. Guojing cupped his hands in farewell without saying a word. The fisherman, afraid the gold babies might escape, ran off to secure them in the hut. Hongrong whispered, "Quick, grab the boat and oars. Go around the bend and into the water." Guojing was startled. That might not be proper." Hongrong said coldly, "Fine, be a gentleman if you want." "Saving Wronger or keeping my honor? Which is more important?" "You know which, Guojing. Come on, you can do it." The thought flashed through Guojing's mind again and again. He hesitated, but seeing Hongrong already walking quickly ahead, there was no time to ponder. He grabbed the iron boat and ran around the mountain bend, shouting, "Up!" as he hurled it into the water upstream from the waterfall. As soon as Guojing threw the iron boat into the water, he grabbed the iron oars, tucked them under his left arm, and scooped Hongrong into his right. The boat, caught by the current, floated swiftly towards them. At the same time, he heard the sound of hidden weapons behind him. Instantly, he ducked, dodging the projectiles, and leapt forward with Hongrong into the boat. One dart struck her in the back, but it was deflected by the soft armor she carried in her pack. The sound of rushing water thundered all around. The fisherman bellowed in anger, but his words were indistinct in the roar. The boat was racing toward the edge of the waterfall. One more drop and they'd be dashed to pieces. Guojing quickly swung his left oar with all his strength, pulling the boat back upstream several feet. He laid Hongrong down and struck with the oar again, managing to reverse the boat another few feet. On the river bank, the fishermen pointed furiously and shouted. Amid the wind and water, they could vaguely hear insults like, "Little wench," and "Dirty girl." Hongrong giggled. "He still thinks you're a good guy. He's only cursing me." But Guojing was fully focused on rowing and couldn't hear her. His arms strained against the current, the iron boat lifting at the bow as it pushed upstream. Though not as violent as the waterfall, the current was still fast and fierce. His face flushed red with effort, and several times he nearly lost control. Eventually, the flow slackened slightly, and Guo Jing began to understand the rhythm of the oars. Using his skill in ambidextrous movement, he applied the technique Divine Dragon swings its tail, from the 18 dragons subduing palms with each stroke, channeling powerful internal energy into the oars, left and right in alternating strikes. The iron boat surged forward as though drifting downstream instead of fighting the current. Wait, guys, can a boat be made of iron? Fully made of iron? That's not possible, right? It'll just sink. I'm assuming. You need some wood on it, no? Hong Rong praised him. Even that fisherman couldn't row this fast. They passed through 2 sets of rapids and rounded a bend. Suddenly, the scenery changed. It was like stepping into a painting. The stream flowed gently, its current barely perceptible. Not a rowboat? Yeah, probably not. So how is this boat working? Willow branches trailed in the water, and nestled among the green trees were peach trees. Though it wasn't blossom season, clusters of tiny white flowers along the bank filled the air with fragrance. Both Guo Jing and Hong Rong felt refreshed and at peace. Who could have imagined such a paradise atop a lofty mountain? Doesn't iron rust? No. This boat is not rusted because he's never used it before. That's why no one sees this guy. The water was emerald green and bottomless. Guo Jing tested its depth by lowering an iron oar straight down. Suddenly, a strong force tugged at it. Unprepared, he nearly lost his grip. Beneath the calm surface, a silent current surged. The boat glided along slowly. Birds chirped among the willows. Hong Rong sighed. If my wounds never heal, I'd rather be buried here and never go back down. Guo Jing was about to offer her some comforting words when the boat entered a cave. The fragrance inside was even richer, and the current suddenly picked up speed. A hissing sound echoed through the tunnel. Guo Jing asked, "What's that noise?" Hong Rong shook her head. "I don't know." Before they could figure it out, they emerged from the cave and both exclaimed together, "Wow!" Before them stood a massive geyser, over 20 feet tall, erupting from a stone crevice, spraying water like snowflakes and jade beads into the air. Ooh. The hissing sound came from the pressurized spray. This seemed to be the very source of the stream and the great waterfall. Ooh. Guo Jing helped Hong Rong ashore and pulled the iron boat onto the rocks. As he turned back, he saw the sunlight catching the spray, casting a dazzling rainbow across the mist. The scene was so breathtaking, they had no words to describe it. Hand in hand, they sat together on a boulder, gazing at the view in peaceful silence, their minds clear and content. After a while, they suddenly heard singing from behind the rainbow. The song was in the tune of Shan Po Yang. Oh, thank you for being so helpful, telling me the tune of the song. Oh no, well, I guess you guys get a song after all. City walls are gone. Where now are heroes? How many times has the dragon returned? I think of rise and fall, sorrow fills my heart. Tongue rises, sway collapses, the world changes like drifting clouds. Fast or slow, it's heaven's will. I think that's how it goes. Yeah, the tune of Shan Po Yang. Shan Po Yang was a popular folk tune in the late Song dynasty, with countless variations. Most versions were crude, but this one expressed deep sorrow. Yeah. Did you hear my deep sorrow? for the rise and fall of dynasties, moving Huangrong with admiration. The singer emerged from behind the rainbow, a woodsman with a bundle of pine wood in one hand and an axe in the other. Huangrong immediately thought of the warning in Yinggu's note. Seeking treatment is taboo. Before entering his hall, one must first survive the perils of the fisherman, the woodcutter, the farmer, and the scholar. She now realized that the man who had fished the gold baby fish was the fisherman, and this woodsman must be another guardian of the mountain. It was hard enough getting past the fisherman. This woodcutter sings like a scholar. He's likely just as tough. And who knows what kind of people the farmer and the scholar will be. The woodsman sang another verse. Oh no. On Tianjin Bridge, leaning on the rail, I gaze afar. Luoyang's royal aura has vanished. The trees are thick, the water's vast. The heroes of Yuntai are nowhere to be found. In the end, all fades to dust. Glory doesn't last, fame doesn't last. He approached slowly, glanced at Guo Jing and Huangrong as if they weren't there, and began chopping wood by the cliff. Huangrong saw his powerful frame and commanding movements. If not for the coarse clothes and axe, he'd pass for a great general commanding an army. She thought, Master said the Southern Emperor was once the ruler of Dali. Could this man be one of his generals? But his lyrics are filled with such melancholy. Why? Yeah, do you hear the melancholy in my voice? The man sang yet another verse. How many verses? How many verses? Woodsman. Peaks gather like crowds, waves rage like beasts. The road to Tong Pass runs through mountain and river. Looking west, my thoughts hesitate. With sorrow I walk where Qin and Han once stood. Palaces and halls have all turned to dust. When times are good, the people suffer. When times are bad, the people suffer. At those last lines, Huangrong thought of her father's words. What are emperors and generals? Merely scourges of the people. Every change in dynasty only brings more suffering. She couldn't help but cry out, What a great song! Thank you, Huangrong. I appreciate it. Alright. We need a break, guys. I'm gonna go cry because the song was so melancholy. Alright. 5 minutes. I'll be right back. And we're back. All right. That was nice. Oh, God. There's more singing. What's going on? Better not be the entire chapter. The woodsman turned, tucked his axe into his belt, and asked, Great? What's great about it? Huang Rong was about to reply, but suddenly had an idea. He likes singing. I'll answer him with a Shanpo Yang of my own. She smiled and softly sang. Can I do her voice now? Green hills stay, white clouds play, no dreams of golden robes or rank so high. A humble hut, wildflowers bloom, why care whose house prospers or falls? A clay bowl in a narrow lane, yet still I laugh, poor but pride unbent, rich yet purpose unchanged. She had guessed the woodsman was a retired general following the southern emperor into seclusion. Her songs celebrated the joys of a reclusive life and scorned worldly fame and fortune. Although not a scholar, her cleverness and upbringing on Peach Blossom Island had given her some literary skill. She adapted an old version of the song she'd heard from her father, changing a few lines to flatter the man. Ooh. Though her voice was weak from injury, the old saying goes, praise never offends. The song delighted the woodsman. Seeing they had arrived in the iron boat and wielded the iron oars, he knew they must have been sent by the fishermen. Pleased, he simply pointed up the hill and said, Go on. Go on. That was easy. They saw a thick vine as wide as an arm hanging from the mountainside and stretching upward. Guojing and Huang Rong looked up and saw the upper half of the mountain peak hidden in the clouds. No one knew how high it really was. Guojing didn't understand half of the songs they had just sung. Yeah, me neither. When the woodsman gave them permission to climb, he couldn't tell why. Fearing the man might change his mind, he said no more, simply hoisted Huang Rong onto his back, grabbed the vine with both hands, and began to climb. His arms alternated in a steady rhythm as he ascended swiftly. Within moments, they were already 10 yards off the ground, and they faintly heard the woodsman singing again. All that fighting back then, where is it now? The victor's dust, the loser's dust. Hong Rong, lying on his back, giggled. Brother Jing, according to him, we might as well give up seeking a cure. Guo Jing was startled. Why? Hong Rong said, Well, everyone dies eventually. If I'm cured, I'll turn to dust. If I'm not cured, still dust. Guo Jing said, Pah, don't listen to his nonsense. Hong Rong softly sang, Alive you carry me, dead you carry me. As her gentle voice trailed off, they ascended into the clouds. A blanket of white surrounded them. Though it was midsummer, they began to feel a chill. Hong Rong sighed. Such wondrous scenery. Even if I'm not cured, all this trouble won't have been for nothing. Guo Jing replied, Wronger, can you stop talking about life and death? Huang Rong let out a quiet laugh and blew a soft breath into his neck. Guo Jing felt hot and itchy and said, If you keep fooling around, I might slip. Then we'd both fall to our deaths. Huang Rong laughed. Well, this time I'm not the one bringing up life and death. Guo Jing chuckled and had no comeback. He climbed faster, soon the vine leveled out. They had reached the mountaintop. Is that a Martin Luther King quote. What was it? I've seen the promised land. Wait, there was a mountaintop in that quote, right? I've been to the mountaintop. No, I don't think. Maybe, maybe I'm crazy. Oh no! Camera. And upside down. The moment his feet hit solid ground, a loud rumble echoed, like a landslide. Then they heard the lowing of an ox and a man shouting. Guo Jing said in surprise, "There are cattle up here. That's strange." Still carrying Hong Rong, he ran toward the sound. Hong Rong commented, "Well, we've met the fisherman and the woodcutter. Now it's the farmer. Farmers need oxen, right?" Just as she spoke, they saw a yellow ox lying on a boulder, its head raised and bellowing. The scene was bizarre. The ox had fallen onto the rock and couldn't stand. The boulder itself wobbled dangerously, as if about to fall. Underneath it stood a man with his feet braced in a T stance, supporting the rock with both hands. If he let go, the boulder and the ox would fall together into the abyss. The man stood on a jutting ledge, no room to retreat. Even if he didn't care about the ox, the falling rock would surely break his limbs. Oh no. It seemed the ox had been grazing on the slope, slipped, and knocked the rock loose. The man must have rushed over to catch the rock to save it, but now he was trapped himself. Hong Rong laughed. "Just finished singing Shanpo Yang, and now here's a real Shanpo ox." I'm sure if I understood that, that would have been pretty clever. The peak was a flat plateau, cleared into 20 acres of rice fields. A hoe lay tossed at the field's edge. The man supporting the rock was shirtless and covered in mud, clearly interrupted while weeding. Hong Rong surveyed the scene. This must be the farmer of the fisherman, woodcutter, farmer, scholar. That ox must weigh at least 300 pounds, and the rock just as much. Even with half its weight braced on the slope, it's amazing that man can hold it up so steadily. He must have incredible strength. Shanpo Yang means hill goat. Gotcha. So this is a hill ox. Guo Jing gently set her down and ran over. Hong Rong cried out, "Wait, don't push. Wait, don't rush." But Guo Jing prioritized helping people. He crouched beside the farmer and raised his hands to support the rock. "I'll hold it. You go get the ox." The farmer felt a lightness in his hands, but didn't fully trust Guo Jing's strength. He released his right hand first, turned his body, and kept his left hand under the rock. Guo Jing planted his feet and drew upon his inner energy. His arms lifted hard, raising the rock by a full foot. The farmer then released his other hand. He paused and saw the boulder hadn't dropped. Guo Jing was holding it steadily. Only then did he bend down, crawl out from under, and climb up to pull the ox away. But he couldn't help glancing back. Just who was this stranger who had rushed in to help? He was surprised to see a boy, no older than 18 or 19, nothing remarkable in appearance, yet holding the massive rock and ox as if it were nothing. The farmer prided himself on his strength, yet clearly this youth was stronger. Suspicion arose in his mind. Looking downhill, he saw a young girl leaning against a stone, pale and sickly. His doubts grew. He asked Guo Jing, "Friend, why have you come here?" Guo Jing replied, "To seek your master." For what reason? The farmer asked. Guojing hesitated. Before he could answer, Huang Rong called out, Hurry up and pull the ox away. There'll be plenty of time to ask questions later. If he slips, both man and ox will fall. The farmer thought, If they've come to see my master, why didn't I hear the warning arrows from my two senior brothers down below? If they fought their way through, their martial skill must be impressive. Right now, while he's holding the rock, he can't escape. I might as well question them properly. He asked again, You came for my master to treat someone's injuries? Guojing thought, We already said that below. No need to hide it now, and nodded. The farmer's expression changed slightly. I'll go ask. But instead of pulling the ox, he climbed down the slope. Guojing shouted, Hey, help me lift this rock first. The farmer laughed. I'll be back shortly. Huang Rong, already reading his intentions, thought, He's trying to exhaust Jingugu's strength. Once he's worn out, it'll be easy to drive us away. She was angry and anxious, but too weak to help push the rock. Seeing the farmer run off, she called, Hey, uncle, come back. The farmer grinned. Don't worry, he's strong. Holding it for a while won't hurt him. Huang Rong fumed. Jingugu helped out of kindness, and now he's being tricked into a trap. She racked her brain for a way to get him back. Then her brows twitched. An idea. She said, Uncle, since you must report to your master, that's fine. But I have a letter here from my master, Hong Qigong, for your master. Please deliver it. The farmer, hearing the name Hong Qigong, exclaimed, Ah, so the young lady is the disciple of the nine-fingered divine beggar? And this young man is also one of his students. No wonder you're so capable. He walked back to take the letter. Huang Rong nodded. Yes, he's my senior martial brother. He's only got brute strength, nothing like your superior skills. She slowly opened her pack, pretending to take out a letter, but instead shook out her soft hedgehog armor. She looked at Guojing and suddenly feigned panic. Oh no, his arms are going to rot. Uncle, quick, help him. The farmer was startled. What's wrong? She replied anxiously. He's been practicing splitting our air palms. Last night he soaked his hands in vinegar. If the power hasn't dispersed and he keeps pressing like that, his hands will be ruined. Oh no, not vinegar. She had studied splitting air palms with her father on Peach Blossom Island and knew the training method. The farmer didn't know this particular skill, but as a disciple of a renowned master, his knowledge was broad, and he knew that such a technique indeed existed. He thought, if I carelessly injure a disciple of the nine-fingered divine beggar, not only will my master surely hold me accountable, but I myself would feel guilty. And besides, he helped me in good faith. Still, I don't know if this little girl is telling the truth. What if it's a trick to make me let him go? Seeing him hesitating, Huang Rong picked up the soft hedgehog armor and gave it a shake. This is Peach Blossom Island's treasure, the soft hedgehog armor. Blades and swords cannot harm it. Uncle, please place it under his shoulder and press the boulder back on top. That way he won't be able to run off, and his body won't be injured either. Isn't that the best of both worlds? Otherwise, if you ruin his hands, will my master let the matter rest? He'll definitely come looking for your master to settle the score. The farmer had heard of the soft hedgehog armor before, and, half believing, took it in his hands. Huang Rong saw that he still looked doubtful and said, My master taught me never to lie. How could I dare deceive you? If you don't believe me, try slashing this armor with a few strikes and see for yourself. No. Seeing her face so pure and innocent, the farmer thought, The nine-fingered divine beggar is a venerable figure, known for being honest and virtuous. My master always spoke highly of him. Judging by this girl's looks, she doesn't seem like the lying type. Little do you know. But, for the sake of his master's safety, he dared not be careless. He drew a short blade from his waist and slashed it several times against the armor. As expected, it was unscathed. Truly a rare treasure of the martial world. Now convinced, he said, Very well, I'll go place it on his shoulder. He had no idea that although Hong Rong appeared sweet and innocent, she was cunning to the bone. He brought the armor over to Guo Jing, draped it over his right shoulder, and supported the boulder with both hands. Exerting his strength, he lifted it slightly and said, Let go now. Rest it on your shoulder. Hong Rong leaned against a rock, eyes fixed on the two of them. When she saw the farmer lifting the boulder, she called out, Brother Jing, flying dragon in the sky. As soon as Guo Jing felt the weight lift from his hands and heard Hong Rong's shout, he acted without hesitation. His right palm led the way, left palm swept out from beneath his right wrist, performing the flying dragon in the sky move from the 18 dragon subduing palms. He leapt into the air, right palm reversing in front of his left and pushing forward. He landed beside Hong Rong, the soft hedgehog armor still perched firmly on his shoulder. Looking back, the farmer was frozen in place, holding the boulder aloft, unable to move. He got Uno reversed. Hong Rong said gleefully, Brother Jing, let's go. Then she turned to the farmer and added, You're really strong. Holding it for a while longer won't be a problem. Don't worry. The farmer roared, You little wretch! You tricked me with that nonsense. You said the 9-fingered divine beggar always speaks the truth. Ha! His reputation is ruined by you, girl. Hong Rong laughed and said, What reputation? My master said never to lie. True. But my father said there's nothing wrong with fooling people once in a while. I prefer to follow my father's teachings. My master can't do anything about that. The farmer barked. Who's your father? Hong Rong replied, Didn't I show you the soft hedgehog armor? The farmer cursed. Damn it! So you're the demon daughter of that demon Huang Yao Shi! How could I have been so blind? Hong Rong chuckled. Exactly. My master's word is like gold. He never lies. But that's too hard to live up to, so I don't try. I say my father's way makes more sense. She giggled, took Guo Jing's hand, and walked off. Whoops. Oh. Note, the San Chu poetic form originated in the late Northern Song dynasty and became popular among common folk during the Song and Jin eras. However, the Shan Po Yang, the mountain shepherd's tune, performed by the woodcutter and Hong Rong in this chapter, actually belongs to the Yuan dynasty style of San Chu, which came much later. Thank you, AI translator. Okay. Yeah, we beat 3 out of the 4, guys. Only 1 more to go before we see the Southern Emperor. How did you guys like that chapter? That was alright. It's pretty cool. Too much singing for my tastes. A lot of singing. Yeah, that's what I don't like about songs in stories or in books. In movies, okay. In books, you don't know the melody. I can't hear the song in my head. All right, guys. Cheers. Whoa. We're done. Look, I finished. You hope there's more singing next week? Shut up. Right, that was cool. Yeah, we beat 3 of them. They're not that good. Pretty terrible guardians. Gut. Wing Chun, you know Vietnamese? Oh yeah, you're Vietnamese, aren't you? Songs without context. Where's Hong Chi Gong? Haven't seen him in a while. Kind of miss him. Is he still at the palace, eating palace food? No, I'm Cambodian. How do you know Vietnamese? Can't wait to meet Emperor Duan. Duan Yu's his son or grandson? Huh? Huh? You took Vit in college one semester. Gotcha. Okay. Cool. All right, guys. That was cool. All right. Can't wait to see the Scholar. All right. And then the Southern Emperor. What kind of a man is he? I bet. Yeah, that's my theory. He's a monk now. He's renounced the world. That's why he's dead. Quote unquote. All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming. I love you. And I will see you next time. All right. Bye.